The real differences in 2024. Docker defined the container era, but it is no longer the only option. Podman is a drop-in replacement backed by Red Hat. They run the same OCI container images. The differences are architectural, not superficial. Your choice affects security, cost, and production workflows. Architecture, daemon versus daemonless. Security, root versus rootless. Featured Docker Podman. Runs OCI images white heavy checkmark white heavy checkmark. Generate Kubernetes YAML crossmark, needs compose, white heavy checkmark Podman generate Kuba. Play Kubernetes YAML crossmark white heavy checkmark Podman play Kuba. CRI runtime for Kubernetes crossmark, deprecated in Kubernetes 1.24, crossmark, uses CRIO instead. Pod concept crossmark single containers white heavy checkmark native pods like Kubernetes. Local Kubernetes testing via Docker Desktop plus kind via Podman plus kind or native pods. Capability Docker Compose Podman Compose. Docker Compose.yml v3 white heavy checkmark full support white heavy checkmark full support. Build images white heavy checkmark via Builda. Networking white heavy checkmark mature white heavy checkmark improved in Podman 4+. Volumes white heavy checkmark. Profiles white heavy checkmark. GPU pass-through white heavy checkmark warning requires extra config. Watch mode white heavy checkmark crossmark not yet supported. Maturity battle tested catching up 95% there. Metric Docker Podman. Container start time 300 ms 250 ms, no daemon overhead. Image pull speed fast comparable. Build speed fast, build kit fast, Builda. Memory overhead higher, daemon always running, lower, no persistent daemon. Idle resource usage Docker consumes 50-100 MB 0 when no containers run. I/O performance native, rootless slightly slower on bind mounts. Featured Docker Desktop Podman Desktop. GUI white heavy checkmark polished white heavy checkmark improving rapidly. Extensions marketplace white heavy checkmark large ecosystem warning growing. Kubernetes built-in white heavy checkmark single node cluster white heavy checkmark via kind. WSL2 integration white heavy checkmark seamless white heavy checkmark supported. macOS support white heavy checkmark mature white heavy checkmark via Podman machine. Resource controls white heavy checkmark. Learning curve low, same CLI commands. Docker Desktop requires a paid subscription for companies with 250 plus employees or $10 million plus revenue. Pricing, $9 to $24 per user per month. Podman is completely free and open source, no licensing restrictions. For a 500 developer org, Docker Desktop is almost equal to $54,000 to $144,000 per year versus Podman equals $0. Docker Hub rate limits free pulls, Podman works with any registry. Migration cost is low, alias Docker equals Podman works for most workflows. Podman was designed as a drop-in replacement for Docker. Same commands, Podman run, Podman build, Podman push. Most Docker tutorials work by replacing Docker with Podman. Alias Docker equals Podman, a common migration shortcut. Edge cases exist, Docker-specific socket paths, compose networking quirks. Podman adds extras, Podman pod, Podman generate Kuba, Podman system. Decision tree, which should you choose? We're not trying to replace Docker. We're trying to give people a choice. Podman project maintainers the best container tool is the one your team already knows. Common industry wisdom. Choose Docker if you want the largest ecosystem, most tutorials, and polished desktop UX. Choose Podman if you need rootless security, no licensing costs, or Kubernetes native workflows. The truth, both run the same OCI images, your containers do not care. Migration between them is straightforward. The real winner is the OCI standard that makes both possible.